So it's Friday, January 20th, 2017, and everybody's looking at me like, hey, Christine, what the hell? You said Bernie Sanders was predestined to be our next president. We have our next president. He was just inaugurated today, and his name is Donald Trump. You're wrong, Christine. You're a moron, and I'm not going to follow you anymore. And if you did that, and if you said that, I wouldn't blame you one bit. Which is why I tuned into The Divine this morning, and I said, what's the dealio, boss? What's the dealio? You said Bernie was predestined to be our next president. You said Bernie's our next president. We have our next president, and it's not Bernie. And he said, Ms. Pavlina, number one, I'm not really concerned about your ego and your concern about looking wrong. He said, this is not about you or how you look. It is about me attempting to align the United States with his truth. He's saying, I have spoken to everybody through you, and I have addressed everyone, telling them what their truth is, saying that Bernie Sanders is the highest good of the United States. I asked Donald Trump to step down and align himself with self-love. I told Donald Trump what his truth is. I told Bernie Sanders what his truth is. I told the United States what their truth is. He said, I said that this election wasn't fair and that I wanted a second election. He said, I've been speaking to everybody through you, and I've been trying to align the United States with the truth. And he said, the people that follow you on your YouTube channel and the people that follow you on Facebook, I have been successful with. Those people are in touch with their intuition, their higher selves, and they are motivated by the truth and the light and love. He said they are operating at a high vibration, right? The fact that he's talking to you guys and he's actually gotten your attention with his messages, okay? So he appreciates you guys, and he's applauding you guys promoting and supporting Bernie because you're doing his work. You are following his intention. So you guys are getting a round of applause for that, and he is appreciative of that, okay? But he's saying that he's concerned about other people who are not motivated by truth, love, and light. He said, what are people motivated by, Christine? What is the media feeding people? Are people motivated by fear and money and, anger and drama and fighting? He said, look at your reality TV shows. What are they about? They're about people fighting. And he said, that's what people are tuning into. That's what's so popular on TV now, is fighting, 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 fighting. Drama. What's going on over here? What's going on over there? So he said, I'm questioning people's motivations right now, and I'm wondering whether people really care about the truth. He said, he said, your entire YouTube channel is about the importance of embracing the truth and how it benefits you, and how you gain personal power if you embrace the truth. And so he essentially voiced his frustration with regards to that, where he's saying that he doesn't feel like people are motivated to embrace the truth, like, oh, that's the truth, it's cute, whatever, let's just move on. And he's saying, no, when I say the truth is the light and falsities are the dark, I'm kind of not kidding. And so he was talking about working with people's free will. He will not just stick Bernie Sanders in that position. He's respecting people's free will. He still is. But he's saying, while everyone has free will has consequences. He said that we do not live in the land of rainbows, butterflies, and unicorns. He said we live in a land of universal energies, and our soul is susceptible to those universal energies. So he has decided to use certain individuals as examples of the law of attraction. So what he's asking you to do, the individuals that I'm about to speak about, he's asking you to pay close attention to their lives and what happens to these people in their everyday lives, on their life path. They are in the public. They are in the public eye. To different extents, obviously. Some are really in the public eye, and some are just baby public eye. So he's saying for you guys to keep your eye on everybody, because he's making examples of the individuals that I'm speaking about in these videos. And he's going to show you what happens when you don't embrace the truth versus what happens when you do embrace the truth. So this is his way of trying to motivate you guys, saying, hey, just want to let you know the law of attraction is very real, and this is how it works, okay? So this is his way of kind of saying, please align yourself with the truth. Almost like, please care. Like almost please care what the truth is kind of thing. So first of all, he wanted me to talk about Hillary Clinton, who I have discussed in past videos. he's saying that she's guilty of racketeering and abuse of power, so that is why she lost her power. That's what I was saying, is I actually hope she finds solace in this, because I know her camp was pointing the fingers at, Mr. Comey and a lot of other people with regards to why she lost the election. They're saying that she lost the election because of the law of attraction. She abused her power when she had it, and so they took it away. The law of attraction took it away. She aligned herself with falsities and the dark, and so the law of attraction ended up pulling her down, which is why she didn't win the election and all this drama. All this drama and darkness started swirling around her, and while everyone else is like, well, that's the nature of an election, Christine, the other side is saying, no, that's also the law of attraction. So they are holding her responsible for her free will decisions and saying that that was the consequence of the free will decisions that she made while she was in a position of power. Secondly, they wanted me to talk about Mr. Trump. I made a couple videos about him basically saying that he was being tested for self-love. He's in a situation where he was in a situation where he was going to be inaugurated as president, and I was worried about him because I knew he was being tested for self-love. The other side was asking him to step down, and his higher self even appealed to him in one of my videos saying that, Donald, I know you don't really want to be president. Please embrace your truth. It's short-term pain, long-term gain. I know you'll be embarrassed stepping down and you'll disappoint a lot of people, but you really need to get over that little hump of embarrassment, because after that you're going to get a red carpet back to your old life. And we know you miss your old life. So please embrace this truth and go towards the path of self-love, right? Kind of a selfish decision if you think about it, but he was encouraged to make that. Self-love, Donald taking care of Donald. And his higher self even said, if you don't pursue because being president is not his life purpose. So his higher self even said, if you don't pursue the path of self-love, you're going to be miserable as president. So his higher self has come forward and confirmed that. That now that he is president, his higher self is going to feed him negative emotion because he is considered off path. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing, and he's not pursuing his life purpose. And they're also saying that his intentions for going for the presidency were impure. He was coming from a place of ego and wanting the power, and so that is why they tried to get him to embrace his truth and realize that, he didn't really want it. And so once he got there, they asked him to, again, make a decision that involved moving his ego aside, because he was going to be embarrassed for a while, which he didn't do. So it was like egoic decision on top of egoic decision. So that's where they're saying now they're going to have to orchestrate an event that ends up him leaving that position, and he's going to be embarrassed in the process. His ego is not going to be preserved. He's going to end up being embarrassed somehow. So unfortunately, that is the consequence of Mr. Trump's decision not to step down. Self-love, man. Tough lesson to learn. They're going to test me for self-love too, just so you guys know. We all get tested for it. Yay! Oh, Mark Foster, lead singer of Foster the People, also known as My Divine Complement, the other half of my soul. This guy was also the other half of my freak show. I made many videos reaching out to him, but he never came forward and spoke his truth. So the other side isn't 100% happy about that, because his life purpose and soul contract was to actually help Bernie Sanders become president. He is the other half of this divine plan to assist Bernie Sanders in becoming president. That's the divine complement. He's not only my soulmate, he has a life purpose that directly benefits the masses. Did not step up to the plate, so now he in trouble. So, he basically, when he worked on his second album, he went to Morocco to work on his second album called Supermodel. And while he was there, he ended up like moaning and groaning about a bunch of stuff. The next thing you know, the divine shows up, takes his order, and asks him if he wants fries with that. So Mr. Foster actually did manifest me. If you read the lyrics to the songs on the album, you can see he's talking about like somebody that speaks in absolutes, the importance of the truth, the light, you can see that he actually manifested me. It's almost like being rejected by him publicly was almost like Frankenstein rejecting Bride of Frankenstein kind of thing. He is also walking, talking proof of soul communication. So I know there's a lot of people out there that think that he just thinks that I'm crazy and a stalker and some, some weird fan or whatever. I'm not. He is well aware of who and what I am, because he did manifest me. And then, so the other side has decided to make an example of him with regards to the law of attraction as well, basically saying that he aligned himself with falsities, did not embrace his truth. So his karma is out of balance with everyone as well. So they want you to keep an eye on him and his life, saying that he attracted bad things onto his path as a result of that free will decision not to come forward and speak his truth and serve his life purpose. Now, another thing is I made a video reaching out to his friends, asking them to speak his truth for them. That video was straight from the divine, trying to appeal to Mr. Foster's friends who know the truth about me. He has people around him in his life that know the truth about me. And he tried to get them to go to the media and basically rat Mr. Foster out, saying that it would benefit him, it would benefit them, because they'd be aligning themselves with the truth and essentially acting out of integrity and being honest. And I guess they didn't do that because it didn't happen. And so now his friend's karma's in the toilet next to his because they know the truth, they didn't do anything about it. So that is also considered abuse of power. So the divine is going to make an example out of Mark Foster's friends as well. The law of attraction, they just attracted darkness onto their path as well by not going to the media and saying, hey, she's actually right about Mark. This is what I know. So from what I understand, if you're a member of the media, last one there's a rotten egg. So if you are a member of the media, if you want to make a quick buck, go after this guy, because I really am telling the truth. And imagine breaking a story where somebody's walking, talking proof of actual soul communication, power manifestation, and they know all about it. This is no surprise to him. He knows all about it. So you guys are just essentially encouraged to align yourselves with the truth. And yeah, the other side is encouraging that. The other side is encouraging Mark Foster's friends to rat him out because they are saying that you'd be doing him a favor in the process with regards to universal energies. Last but not least, it's second to last but not least, Bernie Sanders, right? This guy's life purpose is to be president. He's also predestined to be president. So it means that the divine is respecting our free will, but he's trying to show us stuff. He's trying to teach us in the process so that we learn lessons and grow and evolve as souls. So he is asking people to get behind Mr. Sanders in his efforts because he is trying to align the United States with his truth and kind of fix a corrupt system right now. So his life purpose is to seek and destroy all the problems with our system and align us with truth to help make us an energetic match for amazing things as a country. So the divine is asking you to get behind him in doing that. And that's why he's on crack right now. That's why he has so much energy behind him. And he's the kind of guy that jumps off the couch and says somebody needs to do something about this. So that's kind of proof to you right there that it is his life purpose to be doing this. It's what he's supposed to be doing. So good job. So yeah, he has the support of universal energies in becoming president. Still, nothing's changed. He is using his power for good. He's standing up for the little guy. He has a ton of angels around him right now. Just talking about him, it's really funny, like talking about everybody else in this video, I felt so calm. Now I feel like my heart beating really hard again. The energy behind this guy is crazy. And if you're an intuitive watching this video, I suggest you tune your mind into him and see how you feel, because the energy behind him is growing. It's getting more and more intense, and I know you intuitives out there are going to notice it as well. So he is endorsed by the divine. He's a magnet for wonderful and amazing things, which is why you see him gaining more traction. And they are making an example out of him with regards to the law of attraction as someone who has aligned themselves with the truth and the light. And since he is using his power for good, the divine is giving him more power. Universal energies are rewarding him by giving him more power. So Mr. Sanders is an example of someone who has aligned themselves with the truth. So they want you to keep an eye on him, right? As an example of the truth and the light and how much personal power he gains as a result of that. Last but not least, me, yours truly. If you look at my chin here and look at my chin there, you can tell that I gained weight over the holidays. Too many brownies. I weighed myself. Dude, I only gained 5 pounds, but it actually looks like I gained more. That's motivation right there. Oops. Anyway, gotta get to the old gym. Holidays, man. Too many baked goods floating around. What are you supposed to do? It's cold outside. Just want to eat. All right. So they're using me as an example of someone who has aligned herself with the truth and the light. Just basically saying what I had to battle in order to speak my truth. the things that I had to embrace, such as I have to walk away from my 21-year marketing career. I have to walk away from my 6-figure income. I have to announce to all my friends and family that I talk to the dead. I have to announce to everybody that Mark Foster is my divine complement. I have to go through my savings, 401k, and equity in my condo to speak for the other side. I am the absolute. I am a channel of divine truth. And just all of the announcements and stuff that I had to make on YouTube in public, and the digestion and the emotional trauma that came from embracing all of those truths and compromising my personal relationships, my reputation, my income, my livelihood, my career, everything, my reputation as a sane individual. So it's putting my ego aside and just trusting that I was being divinely guided. So they're using me as an example of someone who aligned themselves with the truth and the light as well. So they are using me as a law of attraction person, letting you know that they want you to keep a close eye on me and my life and watch what happens to me and see how I gain more power from universal energies and more traction as a result of aligning myself with the truth and the light. So please keep an eye on this crazy cast of characters. That's what the divine is asking you guys to do, because he is using us as examples. He feels very, very strongly about this. He wants people to learn from it. He wants us to grow and evolve as souls, and he really wants everyone to get behind Bernie Sanders and support him and his efforts, because they are important, and he is making our country an energetic match for amazing things. He is our highest good, and that, my friends, is absolute truth. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.